made it to the end of 2023. Can we just give a round of applause for 2023 right now? For the past 3 years, I've been saying how I wanted to take content creation more seriously, how I was going to be very consistent. I have and haven't been, like, in 2023. I feel like I did better-ish. I think I posted, 2 videos in 2023. And I recorded so much content. It's ridiculous, honestly, guys. I know it's getting ridiculous. I'm the girl who cries content creation, like, at this point. But in 2024, I'm really buckling it down. I actually want to show you guys my vision board. I'm very excited because I've never made one before. I think it's very cute and I really love it. Super excited to be able to bring this new year in with you guys. I really want to really hone into this is because I just feel like now I'm in the mental headspace to where I can handle all of the public's opinions. I can handle all of the backlash and all of the negative connotations that come with being a content creator and being an influencer. I'm in the mental capacity to where I can actually withstand this. Remember back in 2020 when I first experienced of the public eye, very hard for me to be able to do because I did not like what people were saying. I'm happy that I got to go through that experience and know that it's not going to bother me as much. I am celebrating New Year's alone. I think one of the first years where I spent like all of the holiday seasons like alone. I'm used to being alone, especially with me traveling these past 2 years. It's honestly been super duper hard because at times where I'm mentally like, yeah, I'm okay with being alone. Like when the moment actually comes, I'm like, dang, I'm watching people with their families, out with their friends. And I don't really have friends out here in Orlando just yet. I have my best friend out here and she's honestly amazing. Once I get accepted into the college out here, I feel like that'll also help being able to get, a part of different organizations, different things to be involved in on campus. That'll also help me be able to go out and have more of a social experience and get that friend group that I'm looking for. Let's go ahead and do our skincare routine. We're going to do some makeup and just talk about what I'm excited for the new year. Nikki has been in my mind all day. I don't know. Let's talk about this Pink Friday album because a lot of people really not with it. I personally think that she's done a lot better. It's so fire because stop. Cannot forget to prime your face. Please do not forget to prime your face, y'all. That's one thing I learned this year. Primer is essential. If you're not priming your face, you're not allowing the makeup to stick and protect your skin barrier, bruh. I mean, that's technically what sunscreen does, but Olivia may have not known, but for the past 2 years, I was in a relationship. I like to think it was a happy relationship. It's nice that I'm actually talking about it. I haven't really talked about it. I kind of just been trying to hold it in, low-key. Just brush it away like it never happened. Then in 2023, I started off, I was in Dallas. I left in March, and I went back to Nacogdoches. I attended Stephen F. Austin State University. That's also where he went and graduated from. And we were together for 2.5 years. Basically, what happened is, in 2022, the first time I left is I went to Oklahoma. I was out there for about 6 months. I moved to Houston to Dallas. I was working as a leasing professional with ZRS. When I first moved to Dallas, I got a job with this concierge service that my best friend was working for at the time. I worked there for about 2 months and honestly left there only because of the fact that they overworked me, bro. When I tell you overworked, I mean overworked. I've never worked so much in my entire life. And if you know me, I'm a work. I work. I have no issue working. I was working really hard, too hard, in fact. And I wasn't getting paid enough. And I was like, I gotta find something else. So I would talk to basically the property manager and the leasing agent and the assistant manager. And basically they helped me get on like with their company. And I honestly loved ZRS. I really didn't have an issue with ZRS. Like, I didn't want to leave, honestly. The reason I did leave is because of the fact my old property managers from when I worked at the Overlook. So I started off my leasing professional journey at the Overlook, which is an apartment by my college. So I started off in student housing. And the reason why I initially left, y'all, it's just a whole story. I might as well just give y'all the whole backstory. Why I initially left is because of the fact that I needed to make more money. So back in 2022, back when the economy was different and we was making less money, I was making $9.50 an hour being a lease professional. And so I basically needed to get more money, which is why I moved to Oklahoma, because my property underwent a management change and I couldn't stay there because I had lost my financial aid, which is another story for another day, which I'll be able to give you in that story time if y'all want. Just put it in the comments. I was paying for school out of my pocket and I needed more money to be able to sustain myself, afford books, all those things, and be able to pay for my car note, my rent, like all these things. It was just so much. It was just so much that I had to undergo. And I was figuring it out all on my own, which is honestly one of the hardest things for me personally. Moved to Oklahoma. Boyfriend did not like it. We were good. We were cool. I would visit him all the time. Like, I was always going back to Dallas. Like, when I say always, I mean always, man. Like, there was never a time I was not there. Like, I was always there. He probably like, this, well, why did you leave Oklahoma? You're making good money there. And I left because at that time, $12 an hour was a good amount of money. Like, $12 an hour is good. So that's why I left, because my property manager that got transferred out there from the company that we was working for, they transferred out there to go help that property that was undergoing renovations and was not having good luck leasing. So they moved her out there, and she asked me to come with her because I was a good leasing professional. I got results and she trusted me and knew me, and we ended up growing closer. So that was kind of cool. Outside of work, she's a beautiful soul to work for. I don't want to call her anything negative. She was not pleasant, let's just say that. She made my life a living heck. I was doing things I wasn't supposed to do, and I never said anything because I was too scared to. I didn't want to get her in trouble. It became too unbearable and I couldn't do it anymore. It was not good for me or my mental health at all. That's what my best friend told me about the job opportunity he had. What is happening here? It's okay, I'll fix it. I don't know what's happening here. We're ringing it. Y'all, because I love my family to death. Like, I'd rather die for my people, but they were not good for my mental either. It's a lot for me to just really truly go into detail, and I don't want to put their business out there, but it was just too much on me personally, and I couldn't do it. Asking me to do all these things, and I'm like, bro, like, you're literally, I'm not able to live in my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not able to do the things that I'm supposed to be working on right now. And like, that was hard for me to like say no, because like, I just feel like I have that obligation to my parents, and that was like tough. Like, there were just points in my life where I just felt like things were just like, I can feel things taking a turn, honestly. So when I moved back to Nacogdoches, the manager that asked me to come back got fired. Crazy, right? I fired this lady after I just came back. The guy that was the accounts manager, me and him like started off as leasing professionals together. So he was the only other person I knew there besides my manager. Left too because him and his boo thing moved 3 hours away. But that was tough. Like, I was nervous. We were finna have a new manager. Like, all these things were just happening. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do? I was working there for, 6 months as well. And I was the leasing manager there. So I basically worked my way up from being just a leasing professional to being a leasing manager because my manager wanted me to come back. After I turned down the position 3 times, the COO got on the phone and was like, what can we do to bring you down here? And I was like, I really want me that bad, huh? I had a new manager, and me and her honestly got really close. I didn't think we were going to get close because, I don't know, I didn't know her. I was nervous. I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? We worked together, but honestly, that property just needed so much work. It needed so much work and a lot of things to go into it and money to go into it, and we were needing to be able to do our very best. I basically couldn't stay there, and so I was looking for other job opportunities. I ended up, reaching out to someone, getting them my resume, and we had an interview for the job, and then he proceeded to ask me, "Would you be willing to travel to another state?" I was like, "To another state?" He said, "To Florida." Florida is the state in question. I'm gonna flow with the wind. I'm gonna go wherever the Lord leads me. The Lord said, "Destiny, this is for you." I said, "Yes, sir. I'm on it." Here I am in Orlando, Florida as leasing manager at this property, and we leased up in 1 month. That's how the end of my 2023 went. It was tough when I first moved here because my ex-boyfriend and I were no longer together, which was hard because, like I said, we were together for 2 years. He had my back. I always had his back. Like, I would never speak ill on him. Like, there were some things, of course, that I always could improve on, and he could improve on, but that doesn't take away the fact that I loved every moment that we were together. I would never take those moments for granted. I just miss our talks on the phone, things like that, More over it than I was, I can say. Really happy that I've gotten this far in my healing journey. I was telling y'all, since I have no friends out here, it was a tough ride, you know what I mean? Trying to just get used to not depending on someone's presence was new for me. So that's something I was focusing on. And so I'm trying to get used to that, honestly, guys. And I pray that in 2024 that I can. And so now that I've kind of caught y'all up, let's get into my goals for 2024. Let's talk about what I want to happen this year, okay? Period. So I said I want to reach 10K on TikTok. TikTok right now is booming. It's booming. I don't think it's dying down anytime soon. I hate that we've become the app of ads. Next year we can kind of switch up content because I'm getting tired of just watching people ads. When did we become commercials? I see it's commercial. Can we switch it up, guys? Next thing I want to do is get 500 subs on YouTube. And in order to do that, I have to be active on YouTube. So that's why I will be active on YouTube. Reach 10K on Instagram. I feel like these are reasonable goals. These are low. From the bottom up. I'm going to get 9,000 followers before the end of 2024. So basically growing on all social media platforms is my biggest goal. This is something I love to do. In addition to singing and acting, which is where I'm trying to be by 2025, which we're going to get to that later. Become fluent in Spanish, y'all. I've been trying to learn Spanish since high school, since I can remember. I love Spanish. I don't know what it is. It just excites me. We're gonna get fluent in Spanish. I'm gonna go on my first brand trip. So in order for me to do that, I have to be consistent. That's the only way. We gotta be in our stuff, period. I have a lot of new content that I think y'all be excited for. So I really am gonna kind of switch up my content. I don't shop enough to do hauls. I barely be remember to finish my vlogs. It's cool to be different too, because I feel like a lot of people do I'm not gonna be like everybody else. So yeah, I want to get on my first Netflix series singing show. I gotta be on somebody's TV. We gotta start getting some stuff for my reel. I have nothing. I did stage plays when I was in high school. We gotta get some stuff. I want to be in a commercial. I want to become a model, join an agency. I want to be able to really tap into all of my arts. It has to be one. If it's not both, I want to be one. Okay? I gotta update my headshots. Grow my relationship with God. I want to have more money coming in. I really tap into my content creation, y'all. We can get some money coming in. I want a new car. And if y'all know me, I'm running a 2016 Nissan Sentra that I got after I got in my accident this year. Oh yeah, I got an accident this year, y'all. But it's okay. Because we lived it up in 2023. We saw Beyonce. We saw the Queen. I have to do another video just of all the good things on 2023 because it was lit. I'm wearing braces. A lot of people say I don't need them. I do. Okay, so this next one is a long one. And only the Lord can really give me this. I'm not selling for less. So my next one is meet the guy for me. And I was very descriptive because I watched a video where this lady was like, You need to say what you're looking for. When you're praying for a man, you have to say exactly what you're looking for. And I prayed over this list, and I know it will come to pass, and the Lord will provide. And whenever this guy, whoever this guy is that I'm describing, is wherever he's at, he would be for me. So you have to be mentally ready for a relationship. If you're not mentally ready for a relationship, we're wasting each other's time. We're wasting each other's time. I'm really kind of just done talking. I'm done situationships. I'm done talking. I'm done just people wanting to just have one night stands. Like, that's not me. I don't want a roster. I don't want a roster. I want one guy. Also be ready to something that's leading to marriage. I am ready to be somebody's wife. I'm not ready to have kids, but I'm ready to be somebody's wife. Because I'm committed. I commit. When I commit, I commit. Okay? You will not have to worry about commitment from me. The next thing is, you have to be handsome. I mean, and handsome can come in many different ways, shapes, and forms. I'm not saying you got to be this fine man with six-pack and no. You just got to be handsome. You can tell when someone's handsome because they know that they're handsome. I might not be like fine to everybody, but I know I'm fine in my own way. Yeah. That scared the living shit out of me. I'm not even using the toilet. Ambitions. You have to be ambitious. You have to have some kind of goals, aspirations, dreams. Because me, I'm going to be shooting for the stars. So if you're not shooting for nothing, we're not going to work out, baby. I can't want it more than you want it for yourself. And if you're not going to be able to get there with me, you just might as well move out the way. I have to be able to support my dreams too. Because I'm going to support you, but you have to be able to support me. So if you're not going to be able to be okay with me moving to New York, if you're not going to be okay with maybe having to leave your home, we might not be for each other. This fireworks is like driving me nuts. You also have to be a great communicator. You have to know how to have a conversation. I'm not going to lead all of our conversations. Oh, this is so attractive to me. This is like so sexy to me. Like, if you know how to have like an intellectual conversation, I will literally love you. I just love being able to talk like deeper into stuff. Like, me and my best friend, we'd be like breaking shit down, and so I love to break shit down. Having like a good relationship with your family. I love my family, and I do respect my parents. Always make sure my siblings are good. I used to didn't be close with them. I recently got close with them like as I got older. Being the oldest sibling, bro, it's tough. If you're the oldest sibling, you know what it's like. Like having like all your siblings be younger than you, and they get on your nerves when you're growing up, and you just like have this, I don't want to say hatred because I don't hate nobody, but how rude. It just cut me off while I was talking. I would do anything for my siblings. Because how you treat your mom, how you treat your grandma, how you treat your aunties, how you treat your cousins, you're going to treat me the same way. So that's what I'm looking for in a man. Those are kind of all my requirements. Get accepted into UCF. That is actually the college that's nearby my apartment. I'm super nervous because of my whole school situation. It's been a lot of things that happen. The whole anxiety of just getting accepted into another school. It's like freaky, bro. It's so freaky. Hopefully I get accepted into UCF. That would be like super lit. I also want to travel internationally. So this year I was able to get my passport for the first time. I really hope that I get to actually utilize it. Okay, but this lip color was kind of cute. I want to be able to make new friends. We already talked about this. Getting voice lessons because I really want to start perfecting my craft. I want to start really like working and honing on my vocal abilities. So when I move to New York, that will be something that will help me. You feel me? Save better. I want to try to have 15K in my savings by the end of the year. I feel like that's doable. That's manageable. That's literally nothing that, you know, that can be saved. Prepare to move to New York by 2025. Hopefully I would be graduated by college by then, to focus on like personal growth, to be able to have transparent change so people seeing that Destiny is not the same that she was when the year started. Also working on not taking things personal. So I want to work on those things, and hopefully they will come into fruition. Hopefully they will come to pass. I cannot wait to just bring you guys on the journey. See y'all in 2024. I cannot wait to start the year with you guys. Toodles. Until next time. Happy New Year!